Snow triple threat as we head into the upcoming week. Of course, you've probably heard by now, Saturday night, that's going to be our first event. We've got two more during the work week next week, Tuesday night, and then on Thursday. First one looks like an all-snow event as well. Second one, I think there's going to be some mixing concerns, at least the way we see it right now. But again, let's not look past our first storm here. This is the big one this weekend. Biggest one we've seen in a while. It in and of itself is not a major winter storm. It's more of a moderate winter storm. However, we haven't had a lot of these in the last couple of years. Here's a storm right now moving across the Rockies. It is going to redevelop once it slides off and gets over the Central Plains. That's typically how it plays out. High pressure in control for the rest of today and tomorrow. Some quick, tidbits of this storm. Just right off the bat, you're going to have that heaviest snow while most of us are asleep. That's great news for folks that may be wanting to travel at some point during the day on Sunday. Midnight to 4 a.m., give or take. Hazardous travel is the primary and really the sole factor with this storm. It's not a coastal storm, and the big snows, when we're talking blizzards and major winter storms, typically they tend to come in the form of being coastal, which slows them down. It allows them to drop so much more snow than what we're seeing with this one. It also provides a wind component of the storm, and that's where you get the blizzard portion of that. And it also sometimes even comes along with some coastal flooding as well, and can really be quite the headache for forecasters as well, because they can be a little bit trickier. This one, it's in, it's out, it's pretty much moving on a straight line, and it's a fast mover as well. And again, that's why we're talking about middle of the road impacts and not, full-blown impacts. But it's still going to be quite treacherous trying to travel around on Sunday. We already have lots of parking bans and things like that in place, so just, check with your municipalities. And also, if you can find a way to leave the car in the driveway through about lunchtime on Sunday, I think that's a great idea. Unfortunately, not the biggest peak hour storm that we have seen. So cold night tonight, temperatures tomorrow morning around 20 degrees. We'll see sunshine giving way to clouds throughout the day. Temperatures in the 30s, and then they dip back below freezing and stay there for pretty much the entire duration of the storm. Starts around 9-10 o'clock or so, give or take, wherever you are. You can see it's a little patchy at first as well, and then the radar starts to fill in here. There could be a little bit of dry air trying to slot in, especially southern areas where you could be towards the bottom of the snowfall range that we've given you. We'll show you the map again in a second. You're also looking at maybe some isolated areas getting in on these deeper blues here. The heavier snow bands, maybe as much as 1.5 inches per hour as they pass by, and that could lead you waking up to a little bit more than some spots. All in all, tapering down by about 6 to 8 a.m., and really looks like it completely shuts off after that. We'll even likely see some sunshine into the afternoon, which is nice. And again, good chance for the roads to become much cleaner as we are getting set to maybe head out for Super Bowl. So it's a general 4 to 6 across the area with isolated pockets of 7 to 8. Again, I think most of us are going to be right around that 5-6 inch mark, maybe 4 down by the shore there. And again, could be some 7s and 8s as well. We're looking at this snow in terms of water ratio. It's pretty much middle of the road, so it's not going to be a super wet, heavy snow for shoveling, but it's also not going to be light and fluffy either, as temperatures will be around 30 degrees. We've got more chances for snow in your 7-day forecast here. One Tuesday night into Wednesday. That one looks to be an all-snow event. At this point, I would say it's just a matter of how much with that storm. And then Thursday's storm looks like kind of like what we dealt with yesterday, where it starts as snow and then mixes with sleet and possibly changes all over to rain. But not even on the 7-day here. Looking ahead to next weekend, there could be another system coming through. So it just keeps on keeping on right here, guys.
A substantial system, or just too early to say?
It's a little too early to tell, but again, it looks like a fast mover. So I would say no, probably not a major winter storm. What we need for a major winter storm, like I was saying, we need a coastal storm. We need something to block it, to slow it down. Tiffany talked about the late 70s blizzard that we had, the anniversary of this week. 33-hour duration, that's when you're talking about major winter storm, major blizzard. Right now, the jet stream is just too fast. It shoots these things out like a cannon from the west coast to the east coast. They traverse the entire country in a couple of days, much like you were talking about last night, driving across the country.
Sightseeing.
So, yeah.
It's not taking any sightseeing.
No, it's the Express. So.
I am so excited.
Are you?
Yeah. So excited.
All right, snow lovers will be happy.
Yeah.
Definitely. I mean, they haven't
It's
had
a
a lot
real
to
storm.
be excited about the last couple of years.